Hello everyone! Today I'm going to be reading you a bedtime story called Far Away Across the Sea, and Brownie, my friend, is going to be listening as I read. Say hello, Brownie! Chapter 13, Wet. One day, the squirrel was sitting on the end of a branch, deep in thought, when suddenly he fell off. Then a gust of wind picked him up and blew him into the pond. There he disappeared under the water, only to emerge again a moment later. "Help!" he cried. The carp stuck his head up beside him. "I'm soaking wet," said the squirrel. "Wet, wet," said the carp. "Watch out if you don't get dry." "But if I'm wet, I get cold," said the squirrel. Then he started shivering demonstratively. "When I get dry, I feel hot," said the carp. Then he lowered his head below the water. Only his lips remained above the surface. "Sometimes," he continued, "the air rains down here. Fat drops of air fall around me, and then I start to boil. Recently, the rain dried me out for 3 whole days. I had to go and lie under the weeds. No, it's better never to get dry." "But what's dry for you? For me is," began the squirrel, but the carp had already disappeared into the depths. "I shouldn't always act as if I know it all," thought the squirrel. "Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm always wrong." He shivered. "Who knows?" he thought. "Maybe I'm feeling warm now." As he swam back towards the bank, he thought, "Maybe I'm flying high in the sky, wearing a green jacket." He lay down on the bank in the sun and thought, "Maybe I don't know anything. That would be strange, wouldn't it?" He frowned, and a few drops of water appeared from the wrinkles on his forehead and rolled down his cheeks. Then he fell asleep. A little while later, a carp stuck his head up again, looked around and saw the squirrel lying in the grass. He shook his head, swam to the bank and very carefully used his tail to splash a wave of water over the squirrel. "You'll get dry," he said softly. The squirrel dreamt that he was feeling very warm and that sweat was pouring from him, while his fingers, his ears, and his nose turned blue and white. "Oh my God, it's so